Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you all had a great weekend. Um, and this is maybe a case where those of you who procrastinate a little bit are going to be in pretty good shape because the theme today is going to be that everything is oh so similar to the stuff that we did on Friday. On Friday, we saw big deal idea number 4 that said if two chords intersect inside a circle, then the angle that they make is the average of the two intercepted arcs. And when you look at big deal idea number 5 on your screen right now, it's almost the same thing. So this is going to have a very similar feel. The types of problems that I'm going to do will be very similar to what we saw on Friday as well. But this one says that if two chords intersect outside of the circle, so this point of intersection is out here on the exterior of the circle instead of the interior, the measure of the angle formed, it's not the average, but it's half of the difference of the two intercepted arcs, which means my formula is almost the same thing, except instead of the measure of angle or arc A plus arc B, it's minus. Instead of the sum, it's the difference. Instead of adding them and dividing by 2, I'm subtracting and dividing by 2. Everything else is going to be exactly the same today. So the only detail to talk about here is that when the intersection is over here, the two arcs that are formed, I'm not always going to have a label of A and B on them. You may have to figure out which one to subtract. Well, just take the big one minus the small one. Always take the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. This is always a positive number. And then you'll take half that to find this angle. So for example, on the diagram I've got here, I've got a few different things shown. This is the angle that we're looking for. And so we have to take a look not at everything, but at these two intercepted arcs. These two chords intercept the circle, forming this arc here of 30 degrees and this one of 120 degrees. So on Friday, we would have said 120 plus 30 divided by 2. Today, we're going to do 120 minus 30 divided by 2. Find the difference, subtract 120 minus 30. And so take that 90, divide by 2 to get 45 degrees. That angle is 45 degrees. And there you go. That's what we're doing today. Just like on Friday, we'll see some different types of questions, but they're all going to look pretty much the same as that. Find the measure of angle FCA. FCA, ooh, that's this angle up here. I don't have a formula for this angle, so we're going to find this one first. Find the angle down here that has these as the intercepted arcs. And once I've got the measure of angle FCD or FCG, I'll just do 180 minus that. So that's the idea on this one. Take these two intercepted arcs, find the difference, 81 minus 25. 81 minus 25 is 56. 56 divided by 2 is 28. So this angle here is 28 degrees. I'll squeeze that onto my diagram. That's angle FCG that has these as the intercepted arcs, but I'm looking for this angle out here. So since these two are a linear pair, let's just take 180 minus 28 to find that one. And that angle is 152. 180 minus 28 to give us 152. All right, moving right along. Again, these problems should look very familiar because they're very similar to what we did on Friday, just a little bit of a different twist. Let's see, on this one, find the measure of this intercepted arc. All right, well, this angle down here that has those two intercepted arcs is the half of the difference between the two arc lengths. A lot of stuff that I don't know here, but I do see this. I've got 173 degrees out here, which means this angle must be 7 degrees because those two angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 173 to give us this 7-degree angle. And now I can plug them in the formula. 7 degrees, this angle, is equal to the difference between these two, 28 minus x, divided by 2. And so that's what I'm getting from my formula. Again, 7 degrees, the angle between the two chords, is equal to this difference, 28 minus x. I knew that 28 was the bigger of the two arcs, so I did 28 minus x divided by 2 from the formula. So multiply both sides of the equation by 2, So I can cancel those out. This feels similar to what we did on Friday. And now we got 14 equals 28 minus x. I suppose there's algebra here. You could add x to both sides and then subtract 14 or subtract 28 and divide by -1. But really, the question is 28 minus what equals 14? So the answer is 14. 28 minus 14 is 14. And so that is what we are looking for. That is my answer. And then one last question for us to look at together today. The return of the dreaded x. Here we go again. So this angle over here, the angle formed between the two chords, it's the same on both sides. These are vertical angles. So 4x plus 10 is equal to the difference between these two, 12x minus 16 minus 2x divided by 2. Plug that into my formula. Here we go again. The angle formed between the two chords, 4x plus 10, is equal to the difference between the two intercepted arcs, this intercepted arc minus this intercepted arc, 12x minus 16 minus 2x, divided by 2, straight from the formula. So I plug these all into the formula. I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 2, just like I've been doing. Oops, that's a little bit unclear. I'm going to move that. Let's put this over here. So times 2, 2 times 4x, 2 times 10, so 8x plus 20. Of course, the 2's cancel out. That's why we multiplied by 2. Combine some like terms. 12x minus 2x is 10x. And then I suppose we are going to subtract 8x from both sides of the equation to get rid of the 8x. And then to get rid of the 16, I will add 16 to both sides of the equation. So 8x minus 8x goes away. Minus 16 plus 16 goes away, and I've got 36 equals 2x. And then divide both sides by 2 to get x equal 18. And pay attention, maybe I ask for just x, what is x? Or maybe like in this one, I'm asking you for the measure of angle ABC. So we're not quite done, but we found what x was, so we can plug that in. We can plug x in, in place of x here, 4x plus 10. So if x is 18, 4 times 18 plus 10, 4 times 18 plus 10 is 82. So this angle, 4x plus 10, must be 82. I'm looking for this angle out here, angle ABC. Well, if this one's 82 and I'm trying to find its supplement, the linear pair to it, then I'll do 180 minus 82. 180 minus 82 gives me 98 degrees. And 98 degrees is an old boy band with Nick Lachey, and it's also the answer to this question. So there we go. 98 degrees is the answer. And that's all I got to do. Very similar feel to what we did on Friday. So hopefully this helps you with the assignment that's due tomorrow. Again, a very similar worksheet, similar types of problems. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different than what we did today, but it will still have to do with circles. So hopefully we're doing well. If you are not, then certainly get in touch with me. Let me know what's going on and I can try to help you out. We can make a Zoom meeting. I can send you a couple notes over email or whatever I need to do to help you out. Certainly get in touch with me. Otherwise, we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.